Operation status quo. Operation status quo. Prepare to engage. Operation status quo. Ready to engage. Operation status quo. Engaged. Engaged. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I gotta go back and watch. I think I do the same exact thing every time. Do I do the same exact thing every time? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, I'm ready to start, and then the camera's right there in my face, and it's looking at me, and I have to do something. Why are you staring at me like that? It makes me so uncomfortable. Please, does somebody get it out of my face now? No, don't look at me. Oh, it's deplorable. Don't look at me. All right. I'll be crying and whining already. Hey-o. All right. Hello and welcome to Operation Status Quo. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Pete Palma. I am your user-friendly host. Of course, this is the place where we observe the status quo of life. We learn to flow with the status quo of life. And then, of course, we create our own flow of quo, because that's the only way to go. So what are you doing out there today to create your own flow of quo? Because if you're not creating your own flow of quo, you're living someone else's flow, and that is a definite no-no right here on Operation Status Quo. So the only thing you can do in life is really, find the truth within yourself of whatever that is to be, and then go be it, right? Without worrying about the outside parameters of what's influencing you to do otherwise. It's pretty simple. All right, let's wrap it up. Thanks for being here today, ladies and gentlemen. It was a good one. Woo! It was a good one. Send some help. Emergency. All right. You know how it goes with me. I have to get it all. First of all, the live stream of consciousness. This is the live stream of consciousness. These are channeled messages. As a matter of fact, if I am going to channel the messages, I must clear the space. Hold on. Ooh, I gotta get it out of this side, and I gotta get it out of this side, and I gotta get it out of this side, and I gotta get it out of this side, and it's still there, and it won't leave me alone. It won't leave me alone. Oh my God. Hey-o. See, that's why I wanted to get the title and my name out of the way quickly before. Usually I do that for about the first 6 minutes. And then what's that lead me to? Absolutely nothing, right? Ladies and gentlemen, by then, no one even knows what's going on. Unless you're here, someone that's here regularly, then you understand the mental chaos that ensues each and every episode of Operation Status Quo. And that's the beauty of it, because this is a place of just like the whole universe is happening at once. Everything's just happening at once all over the place. And that's what we're doing here on Operation Status Quo. So today, ladies and gentlemen, is the, the 20th of February in the good year 2025. And today's program is entitled Gather the Children. Last couple episodes, I feel I may have been a little, I don't want to say rude. I don't think I'm rude. But seriously, it's such a fine line with me with the show sometimes, because there's the real one part of me really just wants to be speaking in a kind, compassionate way all the time, of just trying to help people or send positive messages, right? The world's tough and things are going on and people are upset and they're scared, and so you want to try to be nice and coddle them a little bit. That's why we're titling the show today, Gather the Children, because then the other side of me, you see what's going on in the world, and you just watch the behavior of the general population. Most of the population is currently on the running the program. They're on the ID10T program. If you're not familiar with the ID10T program, just write down ID10T, and you'll get what I'm saying. And that's the program that most people are operating on as in a day-to-day basis. So what I'm saying is, when I come on sometimes and I start bashing stuff, like even the show earlier in the week, and I'm not ashamed. I honestly, I watched back the show from Monday talking about the federal workers getting fired, and there's so much more I could have said about things that went on in that office and things I forgot. I just started, because it's the live stream of consciousness, so I don't actually remember know exactly what I'm going to say. It just comes out when it comes out at that time. But I mean, I can go on. I can do a whole nother 2-hour show talking about that place and the mopes that I worked with over there. But I also realize that sometimes I feel like but my goal is to always bring people together, right? So sometimes I feel, if I'm a little off-putting in a certain regard, maybe that doesn't help to bring everybody together. But in the grand scheme of everything that we understand here on Operation Status Quo, and this is the basis of everything we understand and why we're calling the show Gather the Children today, is because we do understand that everything is ultimately one energy. But, where's the fun in all that? Everything's one energy. Everything's beautiful. The birds are singing. It's true. But part of that one energy is the beautiful fact that we have the ability to observe the contrast. And I really get a kick out of the way I can observe the contrast, because there's a lot of contrast going on and a lot of dopes out there doing a lot of dopey things and not listening to their inner selves and not being kind to themselves or others. All right? Hey-o. So we have to point some things out. But I also wanted today to be a little more on the compassionate side, in the sense of saying, and, when I do, kind of point things out and go on a tirade, as it were, and say certain things, it's all fun. It's all in fun, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said in the previous program, I can meet anybody one-on-one and be fine. Would I like everybody per se? No. Would everybody like me? Absolutely not. I'm lucky if anybody does. But aside from that, right, I just want to always keep a space of trying to understand where other people are, what happened in their life to bring them to the space that they're in today. The thing that is the most frustrating with me, and why I'm doing this show today, is that I realize that most people don't have that space, right? Most people are just existing. They're existing without any thought process of why they're existing, what they're here for, their energies, their influence beyond their physical selves, and the little labels that they place on themselves of their name and where they were born and what job they do and what gender they are and all this type of stuff, right? Like all these little labels and boxes, a box within a box within a box, right? And you never seeing the big picture. My biggest message to everyone, I really would say the crux of Operation Status Quo, in a sense, is to encourage people to try to just find that space and just to realize that everything is one equal energy and that we're all here in different capacities, not to put so much pressure and stress on everything. So Gather the Children today, ladies and gentlemen, is the realization of the level of emotional and spiritual immaturity that is pervasive in our society, quite honestly. It's not about being mad, right, at those that see things differently or behave in ways or live lives in ways or what that we feel are not what, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? There is no judgment, because everything is ultimately, perfect in its totality. But at the same time, we have all these different ways and certain things trigger us and such. And so I don't want to be angry with these people. When I talk about, we do our toast to Drost and we talk about Mark Drost, and this guy supposed to be a yoga guy, and he acts like a chump. So you know what I'm trying to say? It's I don't want to be mad at Mark, right? I don't want to be mad at the dopes that I worked with in the government, right? I just realized that the level of, not even everyday people that I meet too, that seemingly could be nice, but just this level of everything's smushed together. There's no separation of the physical essence and the life that you're living in that capacity, and the true essence of which you are, beyond that. So it's like they're children, So we have to gather the children and coddle the children, as more so than be angry at the children. Just realizing it's different levels. It's if you're in college and you're talking to a fourth grader, you might seem really smart. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with the emotional and spiritual capacities of some people. Some people just don't even have a connection to their emotional or spiritual selves. They don't see things in a higher capacity. They don't see the beauty in everything. Instead, I even see all the things I dislike, I still see the beauty and necessity for, in a sense. Even forget about talking about individuals, just talking about things that are going on in the world, just the atrocities of war and such. It's a necessity to experience the contrast so that we can make choices in more positive directions moving forward. The same thing with all the people that can't stand, Donald Trump. They hate him. Just relax. What do you hate? It's really just showing something. Okay, you're seeing something. It's making you react. It's making you feel. What is it about it? What can you do in your life to live in a different way instead of pointing fingers and blaming? I mean, that's what I mean. These people they just want to be so tied into, the system. And I know I've been talking about that a bit, but it's just like, you just want to be so tied into the system. And that's what really gets me with especially with the politics and stuff. Like, to me, I feel everything that's happening in this time with this, I'm going off. I'm really going. The stream of consciousness. Hold on. I feel my brain is, I got to do it again. I gotta cleanse my brain. Just hold on. Help me, Lord, please, God. Oh, God, shut it off inside my brain. Like, people just want to be part of and not see a bigger picture. I don't know. I forgot. I cleaned out my brain. So it's like this whole thing with the politics. It's just such insanity to me. Like, who wants to live off of guidelines and systems? Like, why don't people want to have their own choice? Why don't people want to have power? There's the thing about everything in the way our world is today. Everything's set up in these capacities to make you believe that you have these choices and that you're choosing freedom, that you're making good choices, right? The social media, the regular media is more so, the campaigns, the messages that they send, again, everything through like our Hollywood, sports, all the things that are our mainstream kind of guidance, if you would, structure, or whatever you want to say. It's always pervasive with these messages. And, oh, you're a good person if you support Ukraine. Like, there's a guy on the news yesterday who said he was a Trump supporter, but his wife is from Ukraine and can't support what's going on. And they kept saying yesterday on the news too, after President Trump falsely claimed that Ukraine started the war when we all witnessed Russia attack Ukraine. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but that's what the TV said. Like, the TV said, were you there? Do you know exactly what happened? What was going on in the background? Maybe that call. I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm trying to say, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying they come on TV like everybody's a dummy. Do you think, like, Trump's president? You think he don't know how the war started or what's going on? You think do you think he might know just a little more of what's going on than you do sitting on your couch when you watch a 30-second blip between your Netflix binging? Tell me, what do you think? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. We got to gather the children. Because they are like little children, because they can't think. Hey-o. And they just want to like believe a system that that's it. It's like saying that lawyers are liars. That like doctors don't really know what they're doing. Everybody knows this shit. Just like working the job. And I talk about the government. Everybody in that job knows the job's bullshit. Everybody's putting on a front. Everybody's faking. Everybody fake. And then they want to believe everything that they're being told. I mean, why would you believe it all when you already know it's all fake and bullshit? It's like, what's going on? Boo. Okay. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for being here with me on Operation Status Quo. I hope you're having a good time out there. Please, if you don't mind, like, subscribe, and share, and all that type of stuff. I love doing this. I love you people out there. All I do, I just care about humanity, okay? So, and to speak further, let me say this, because I received this from a friend of mine, and it's a good example of exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So, just everything I just said. The society is programmed to live in a certain way, to think a certain way. Again, they're running on the ID10T program, and they just listen to everything they're being told. So, I guess this friend of mine I don't know if he got this from work or something they sent out. I don't even know where he got it, because I didn't even ask him. But now it's a promotion. This is like a promotion. Make kindness the norm. Random acts of kindness week. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? So everybody's living like a half a jerk and a stunad, and then we're going to say, now, let's make kindness. We should, wouldn't it be nice if we made kindness the normal thing? Like, wait a minute, people could be kind to one another. I don't know. How much money can we make off of that? And then let me go into this real quick and see what it says a little bit about kindness. This is what's so funny too. Random acts of kindness week. I guess it usually goes. It says it goes from a Saturday to Sunday. It includes Valentine's Day. So I guess it's this week. It probably started last week, or it's just finishing up this week. But this week encourages schools, workplaces, and communities to spread kindness through gestures and thoughtful actions. Shouldn't that be like like the basis of how we live, like humanity itself. That should be like the basis of that. No, we're going to set aside a week. Just going to set aside a week to think about maybe it'd be nice to be kind. It's almost like you're talking to somebody that you don't like and you're saying, you piece of crap. I think you're such a worthless jerk. And then you look at your clock, your watch, you go, oh, hold on, 5, 4, 3, 2, wow. Hey, it's kindness week now. How you doing? Hey, how you feeling? You doing good? You look good? Let me say, oh, look at you. What am I? Kindness week. Woo! I love you. Can I help carry your bags? What do you need? Can I help an old lady across the street? Wait a minute. Hey-o. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, kindness week is over. Go fuck yourself. Go ahead. Yeah. What the hell's happening? Did I say I was in the sauna? I was in the sauna before I did the show. I did a purge. I did a purge of my humanity, as it were. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, but anyway, that's what we're talking about here today. I just, gather the children, because I want to just kind of realize, I want to realize, I always want to keep, no matter what we talk about, no matter what fun we poke, whatever, right? I always want to keep it in a space of ultimate understanding that we're all here learning lessons and such, and people are in different spaces, and everything is reflections back to us collectively. So we should embrace that learning experience and embrace the differences and embrace the different levels as well. I sit here, of course, as my egoic Pete.Palma character who thinks in the way he does and such. It's fun to make jokes and say who's a dope, right? Okay, but at the end of the day, no, I'm happy with that. Anybody. I'm not saying, again, not going to hang out with every single person like 24/7, but there's a mutual level of respect of that. Even if somebody's in a different level, I can sit here all day and make it sound like I think I'm something because I'm more spiritually or emotionally aware and mature than somebody else. But at the end of the day, there was times in my life where I wasn't, and probably lifetimes that I've lived that I was the same person that I'm being angry with today, right? I see this person act a certain way, and it kind of triggers me, and I was probably that person in another life, and that leads to another. I forgot about this. Let me go to my. Last night, I started having all these downloads of information that I wanted to talk about, and I tried to wrap it all up together. But because the truth is, if you think about your lifetime in a sense, right? Your lifetime is like you're living lifetimes within a lifetime. In a sense, right? I'm going to read this a little bit because I did type this all out. So instead of me just trying to, I'll just say it real quick. If you reflect on all the stages of your life and who you were at those times and how you observed, as the key part, because we observe life here on Operation Status Quo. If you can observe all those stages and different facets and such of your life and time periods and how you were and what those periods of your life were like, if you can observe them and understand how each intricacy of those facets of your life created the whole of what you are today, right? I mean, if you can put all that together, if you see it from that way, because sometimes I look back who I was like 20, 30 years ago, it's like old other, in my essence, my heart was there, but like I wasn't here the way I am here now. So what a blessing, right? What a blessing to have, you don't just like wake up and your life is perfect and you have this life. It's like, this is what life is. It's learning in stages. And that's what I'm talking about today with all these, why we're in this stage. There's so many people who are just so against everything and they just see such a limited picture, like, oh, my Starbucks coffee is cold. It's just like these limited pictures, and they miss the beauty of the observation of what they've become through the course of years, if they became anything. Maybe they're still, just sitting on the couch watching Netflix. But anyway, we should not, ladies and gentlemen, beat ourselves up over mistakes. It's with the contrast, as I was speaking earlier. It's with the contrast that where we learn the better places to focus our energy. Okay. So, and I also said personally, I feel like I've experienced a number of lives. And it's true. I do feel like I've experienced a number of lives within a life, and they were all different. They were all different, but at the same time, in a sense, that I lived it and I used the information to create, what I am now. So that's kind of like what I'm saying is just like, realize that you're just like it's like a path. Life is a path, and it's a journey, and everything's happening really in a beautiful way. Are things difficult sometimes? Are things, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Am I as much? The only reason I'm so happy is because I'm half a crazy person. I don't know any better, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. I don't know any better. I wish I did. Hold on, let me play a couple of these now. I like playing with my sound effects a little bit. Okay, one more. All right, thank you. Excuse me. Well, anyway, that's basically what I have for you here today on Operation Status Quo. We want to gather the children. So when you're out there in your life and you feel frustrated, just remember that, most people, the general population, I'm sorry, but it's true. And it's not even to the fault. I mean, it is to the fault in a way because each person at some point is responsible for themselves and taking the time to be reflective and understanding where they come from and what has brought them to the spaces where they are and to have the mindset to think about why they're thinking what they're thinking and how they're reacting, why they're reacting, and all that type of thing. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. But we can't judge that because that's their calling in this particular incarnation. So yes, are some people spiritually and emotionally immature? I really look at it more so. That's really the crux of the problem in the world is the spiritual and emotional immaturity. You got these adults out there that are acting like 5-year-olds.
I want my mortgage to come down.
No, it's bedtime.
No, I want my mortgage to come down. I don't like interest rates.
I don't know what I'm talking about. So just be kind, gather the children, be kind to the children. When you see them, the drones of our society, kind of walking around, the bots, the sheep, whatever you want to say, just be kind and realize that they are emotional and spiritual children, and they're working their way however it works for them. So and that's what we do here on Operation Status Quo. We just observe life, we learn to flow with it, and then we create our own flow. So this is just part of it, right? We're just observing. Even for myself, I'm always observing and trying to figure out what the hell's going on, so I can understand how to keep myself off the top of the tower. All right, so can I do anything? How about this? Let me do a little puppy. Oh, little puppy whining. Oh, little puppy. See, now that should get me a bunch of views just for the puppies. All right, that's it. A quick prayer before we go, ladies and gentlemen.
So we pray.
Our Father, the church has been seized by Satan. You come in here, we steal your money. We molest children behind the scenes. You sit in here, you kneel before us, you give your power away, and you pray in our corrupt and twisted institution. God bless, and amen.
Yes, amen. Amen.
All right. Can we get rid of this? Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Okay. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to be with me here today on Operation Status Quo. We are at the tail end here of random acts of random kindness week. So if you haven't thought to do something nice for somebody. Your time is running out, and it won't be. Just do something real quick. It doesn't have to be meaningful. Just do something that you consider nice, and then you can go right back to being a total asshole and treating people like shit again with your narcissistic, twisted self. Okay? So don't worry about it. You can go back to being a mainstream bum, doing whatever they tell you. No problem. Just be nice for 15 minutes.
Heyo.
All right. So I am Pete.Palma. Thanks so much for being here. If you haven't done so already, please take the time to like, subscribe, share, send this out to your friends, your family, those you love, and of course, those you despise as well. As you very well know, I love each and every one of you out there individually as well as a group. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, until next time, Operation Status Quo, disengaged.